Kia ora koutou. So I'm out this week with COVID, and during that time, I'm setting you a task which is an independent artist study. Now, this is an opportunity for you to show off an artist that you're really interested in, to look at their work, or if you haven't kind of thought about what artists or people that you find popular or interesting, this is an opportunity to find some of those people that might kind of appeal to you. There are 3 tasks that we're aiming to complete by Tuesday next week, so you have a full week in order to get all of these things done. The first one should be relatively quick because it's a researchy task, but I'll run you through that in a moment. So you'll see posted up a number of different documents at the moment with a few different tasks breaking it down. The first one is this post here, which runs through the broad look of the artist study. And for each of the tasks, it's got a little link out as well. Your first task, and what you're up to today, is you're going to be choosing an artist. And by artist, I mean that it can be a singer, songwriter / band. It could be a poet or a writer of a novel. Or it could even be artistically like a painting artist as well. It just has to be someone that creates a work that you'll be able to analyze later on, because you're going to need to do that to something later on. The purpose of this study is to get us to think widely and deeply about things. So think broadly about the world as well as to kind of go in depth into these different topics. We don't have checkpoints in our one. That's kind of old stuff from last stuff, so ignore that. And then the formal task, we're not doing that. We're doing the creative task. This is kind of a calmer thing towards the end of the term for us. So, your first task, choose your artist, and then write me a profile about them. Research some things about their life. You'll see in this link here that I've posted some examples. There's also a student example out here, and then my example, because I've done one on Tupac, here. So basically the information we're looking for is the full name, date of birth, where they're from, a little bit of background about their life, a brief description of the social and political issues present during their lifetime that they might have kind of fought against. Were they alive at the time of any wars or significant kind of like carnage, and did they take any kind of points of view on that? Who were they influenced by? Who did they influence? What genre or movement were they a part of? And what were some of the common subjects, topics, and themes of their work? Now, my one's a little bit long in here, but I go through each of these points. The big thing about this task is you're going out and you're doing your research by reading through Wikipedia articles, maybe listening to some videos if you have headphones, about your artists and learning more about them, and then you're putting together this written version of it. You'll see here that you can submit your artist profile as a voice recording, a written description, or as a video recording, like I'm doing now, right? So there's a broad range of ways that you can submit this task, and that's fine with me for you to take advantage of that. Okay, the second task, and you probably won't get up to this in your first period, is to annotate a song or poem. Now, some of you will have done something similar to this when we were practicing our language features. Basically, you're going to choose a song, poem, or work of art by your chosen artist, and then you're going to explain the key message of their work by making a theme statement. You're going to highlight some important language features in their work, or if you're doing an artistic piece, important kind of colors and symbols and things like that that they use. You're going to explain the effect of the language features, and you'll discuss the significance of important lines. Now, there's different ways that you can do this. So there's 3 different layouts I've got in here. The first one is a nice basic structure. It kind of asks you a question and guides you through it. You just need to make a copy of whichever one of these you'd like to do. So you don't have to do all 3. You're just doing one of these. There's just different ways of doing it. This one here is about photos and creating a kind of physical version of it, or doing a vidcast like I am now and breaking it down there. So there's links out to videos in that one. And then there's this one here, which guides you through how to do this in a slideshow setting. But basically, you're choosing a song, a poem, a short piece of text, or an artistic piece painted or created by your artist, and analyzing it. Some questions that I often face with this one is, I've got a really long song. Do I need to annotate all of it? And the answer is no. You can just do the most important verse and a chorus if you'd like to, and just analyze those. If you're pretty sure that your song has no language features, then I've also put in here my master list of language features that you can go through and have a deeper look. The song you really want to analyze has swear words in it. Can you still use it? Yes, but you must analyze a clean lyric version, so you need to bleep out those swear words for me. And those are some of the questions that I come across regularly with this one. The final task is to get creative, and you need to choose one creative task to do into relation to your artist. You can either create an imitation of the artist's work, where you're trying to create something as close as possible to what they would make. You can create a piece inspired by your artist, the themes or something that they cover, or something like that. You could create a static image to illustrate an important idea the artist communicates in their work. So if they have this big theme, you might create an image that shows that same idea. You could write an interview and then pretend to be the artist answering back and filling in these questions. Or you could create a blog post or video that reviews an album or collection by your artist. So a broad range there. So your first task is going to be just researching your artist, writing a profile. Your second task, you need to annotate a song, poem, or a piece of their art. And there's structures to do that with. And then your third task is to just get creative and do something a bit different with this artist's material. Cool. I'll post all those things up online. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to email me or ask the teacher that'll be in front of you at the time. Now I'll just pause this.